At the website discovery.global is an article entitled Out-of-Place Artifacts, OOPArts, and it begins from time to time. Unusual artifacts are found in strange places. Some of these items are problematic to the accepted teaching of the day. It is indoctrinating students that the world is billions and billions of years old and the result of natural phenomenon instead of a worldwide flood as so clearly taught in the Bible. For example, how do coal miners find man-made artifacts in coal veins buried deeply below the Earth's surface? Man-made bell found in a lump of coal. Looks Indian. East Indian. In 1944, as a 10-year-old boy, Newton Anderson dropped a lump of coal in his basement and found that it contained this bell inside. The bituminous coal that was mined near his house in Upshur County, West Virginia, is supposed to be about 300 million years old. What is a brass bell with an iron clapper doing in coal, ascribed to the Carboniferous period? According to Norm Sharbow's book, Ammunition, which includes several coal anecdotes, the bell is an antediluvian artifact. Antediluvian mean before the flood in Genesis. The Institute for Creation Research had the bell submitted to the lab at the University of Oklahoma. There, a nuclear activation analysis revealed that the bell contains an unusual mix of metals, different from any known modern-day alloy, including copper, zinc, tin, arsenic, iodine, and selenium. Genesis chapter 4, verse 22 states that Tubal-Cain was an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. It would appear that when his civilization came to an end in the flood, this bell was buried with a mass of vegetation that became coal and ended up thousands of years later in Newt Anderson's coal bin. The bell was prominently featured in the 1992 CBS docudrama called Ancient Secrets of the Bible. It is now part of the Genesis Part collection. A handful of other such accounts have been recorded, including the intricate gold chain found in coal, written of by Ivan T. Sanderson in Uninvited Visitors, and the cast iron pot found in a coal seam at the Municipal Electric Plant of Thomas, Oklahoma, now archived at Creation Evidence Museum. Iron pot found in a coal deposit in Oklahoma. This iron pot was found in 1912 in Thomas, Oklahoma, in a large piece of coal. The following text is a letter from Frank Kennard, the man who found an iron pot embedded in a large lump of coal. Sulphur Springs, Arkansas, November 27, 1948. While I was working in the Municipal Electric Plant in Thomas in 1912, I came upon a solid chunk of coal, which was too large to use. I broke it with a sledgehammer. This iron pot fell from the center, leaving an impression or mold of the pot in the piece of the coal. Jim Stull, an employee of the company, witnessed the breaking of the coal and saw that a pot fell out. I traced the source of the coal and found that it came from the Will Burton, Oklahoma mines. Signed, Frank J. Kennard. Sworn to before me in Sulphur Springs, Arkansas, this 27th day of November, 1948. Julia L. Eldred, whose commission expires May 21st, 1951, of Benton County. Note: the coal from the Will Burton coal mines is assigned an evolutionary date of mid-Pennsylvanian, or 295 million years ago. Either that dating is wrong, or there were men walking the earth 295 million years past. One cannot help, continues the author, but ask how man-made artifacts became embedded in coal far underneath the surface of the ground? The answer, of course, is a huge flood of biblical proportions. According to the biblical account, the entire face of the earth was covered with water, with the exception of those preserved in a huge wooden boat, i.e., the Ark of Noah. All other animals perished along with mankind. Massive mud floods apparently covered the earth, creating coal deposits. Artifacts from men who lived before the flood are turning up in coal veins as a permanent record of the catastrophe that happened in the days of Noah. Here at theepochtimes.com is a story by Tara McIsaac called 17 Out-of-Place Artifacts said to suggest high-tech prehistoric civilizations existed. Let's jump right to the list, shall we? Ancient Egyptian light bulb. A light bulb-like object engraved in a crypt under the Temple of Hathor in Egypt. A relief beneath the Temple of Hathor at Dendera, Egypt, depicts figures standing around a large light bulb-like object. Eric von Daniken, who wrote Chariots of the Gods, created a model of the bulb, which works when connected to a power source, emitting an eerie purplish light. The Great Wall of Texas. In 1852, in what is now known as Rockwall County, Texas, farmers digging a well discovered what appeared to be an ancient rock wall. Estimated to be some 200,000 to 400,000 years old. Some say it's a natural formation, while others say it's clearly man-made. Dr. John Geisman at the University of Texas tested the rocks as part of a History Channel documentary. He found they were all magnetized the same way, suggesting they formed where they are and were not moved to that site from elsewhere. Geologist James Shelton and Harvard-trained architect John Lindsay have noted elements that seem to be of architectural design, including archways, lintelled portals, and square openings that resemble windows.